trial. Supporters ran across the field to greet Lindsay. Some came with their babies. They held up heart hands during a silent rally for the mom who strangled her 3 young children. Trial. Supporters ran.
Could you imagine being a mother and bringing your child in support of a woman that just killed her 3 children? The children for a lot of these women are just props. They don't give a fuck about their children. She just killed her 3 children, and you're bringing your children to see her. And don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure a few of these individual people are just actors, right? Anarchists, right? Again, you gotta be able to see through a lot of this shit. A lot of this shit is PR. It's the same shit. Moms for Antifa, vets for Antifa. It's the same fucking shit. But at the end of the day, and I need to nail this home for the losers out there, it's overwhelmingly white women. Because when they do something, for some reason, everyone's silent, or you like to sit there and you like to label it as other. Oh, that's just liberals. That's just the LGBT. No, it's white women. They are the core problem in America. All the other fucking things that you see happening are just symptoms. You ignore the core problem and then you crash out with the I can't breathe. We know. We know. Well, I know. I hope you know now. And for the white women that are seeing white women doing this shit overwhelmingly, and you're sitting there going, yo, these fucking women are crazy. I salute you. I know it's not all of you. I know it's not the majority of you, but there's enough of them. You get what I'm saying? There's enough of them. And while you're sitting there being a normal individual, whether you be just any color or white, and you're just existing, it's not your fault. We've been too lenient with these fucking groups. That's the problem. The ones that invite anarchy, the ones that want America to crumble, the ones that sit there and say all the fucking buzzwords, and they're pushing communism ever so closer into America by any means necessary to stick it to the man because they hate men so much, which is bullshit. They just want to be superior and get all the benefits without any of the fucking hard work for it. It's the craziest thing to me. So if you see this, ladies, and it never even crossed your mind to agree with this fucking woman, I salute you. Because it's getting real fucked. The well is no longer poison. The shit is acidic, and we're watching these women with the pink shirts pour acid into it. It is the craziest thing to me. And there's multiple videos now of women coming forward and saying that they're all Lindsay Clancy, you know, the woman who killed her 3 children with fitness resistance bands, lured them one at a time. And even though the police say she did it, even though her defense attorney, who's one of the greatest, the best in the world apparently, his defense is she did it, they're trying to frame it as though she's crazy. Everyone's saying she did it. But not the wine moms, not the true crime girls, the Instagram detectives. She says she did it. Shut up. We don't care. Believe all women, but no, not that one, because that goes against our agenda. Shut up. Lizzie, we know better. We weren't there. And even though your hands was the ones that was suffocating your fucking children, strangling your children. I'm an empath. I know what you were going through better than you do. They say her husband failed this woman. They were wealthy. She had babysitters. She had a babysitter for 2 of the kids. She had a nanny for 5 hours. I just need you guys to understand something. She had more than most Americans do in terms of health. She had doctors, all of that shit. Whenever she took a medication and she didn't get instant results, she switched doctors and she kept switching medications. Oh, well, maybe that's the reason why, is because she probably went crazy taking the medication. Okay, well, she's guilty. They keep trying to separate mental illness and criminal element. They're both one and the same. You can handle it differently, but I always say the second we stop playing games with this nonsense, we can actually fix this fucking country. A lot of women are mentally ill and they're just among us. They're not just among us childless either. They're having children. They're in your schools, preying on children, indoctrinating them, molesting and raping them, having children with them. They're in the media. They're taking over the game industry. They're in your job. They're changing the rules and the policies of your job, making it more dangerous or less efficient. They're in Congress. They're politicians. And there's nothing wrong with a woman being in any of these things, but they're not being vetted. They're not being watched. That's the problem. And that's how we get to where we get. The two things that control the United States are the elites and white women. And I know people think, I know people think I'm joking when I say that. They are the core reason for why America is where it is. They're the core reason for why England is the way that the UK is where it is. It's them. It's 100% them. They are batshit insane. It's not China that's the main enemy. It's not Russia that's the main enemy. Islam is not the main enemy. It's white women. Liberal, for the most part, white women. Left-leaning, batshit crazy, white women. Because they're the ones inviting all of that shit. They're the ones protesting. They're the first ones on the streets. They're the spies. They're the fucking soldiers that push this shit. Anyway, let's keep going.
Men in the Lindsay Clancy comments. Come here. Shut the fuck up. You gaslight us every day. Don't gaslight us now. Like, also, if you're going to take so much time to be in our comments, why aren't you talking about the most dangerous predators to humans on earth, which is men? 1,000 trials going on every day where men have done far worse. Are you up in their comments? No.
Who are you comparing yourselves to? Because there was a man who just killed his 3 children, and there's no men defending that. No average man defends that shit. No men is coming in support of that fucking guy. In fact, the only reason why it was even brought to our attention was because it was brought up by you women thinking that men would support that crazy shit. No man supports that crazy shit. You guys want to be one of the boys so badly, but when you get judged by the fucking boys, you don't like it. Boys think logically. We think about the bigger picture. What that woman did to those 3 babies is fucking terrible. She should. I even go further. When they found out she guilty, kill her. Kill her. I know that hurts because some of you dumb broads probably just think, oh, she's so beautiful, and she would never do that because you're thinking about yourself and your shallow lizard brain or whatever the fuck it is. Or maybe, and I had to point this out in my last video, I think it's funny because if this was a melanated individual, if this was a Black American woman that did this, all the racist troll accounts, all the brand new accounts with multiple numbers in their name and all of this shit would all of a sudden appear like apparitions. I know that they're apparitions because they always show up. They always show up. In business, they don't, even if it's something that has absolutely nothing to do with them, if they see another person that doesn't look like them, they show up, right? They get destroyed. You think that you fucking, you purified the fucking ghost or exorcised the ghost, and they pop up in another post, right? They don't learn, right? Why are they so silent about this? And I said this, those specific racist, far-right, Groyper, far-right, Crisis King accounts, all of those people who, the Nazi LARPers, why are they not the ones doing this? Because we know they don't like women. Why are they not busting these women? Why are they not getting in these women's comments nonstop? Where's all the fucking Pepes? Where's all the Groypers? Or is it because she's attractive, so it's okay? We'll just be quiet. We'll go look for an immigrant, or we'll go look for a Black American to bother. I find it crazy. If I'll put it to you like this, if Groypers were really about the shit that they claim where they just want America to go back to being normal again, that's what they claim. If they actually focused all their fucking botting and trolling to fucking with these fucking women, right? I think that it would do the world some good. Find you an actual cause that means something. This would be great. You already claim that women do all of this bullshit, but you're completely silent because you see a white woman. You see an attractive white woman. So y'all are just silent. Crazy, crazy.
You know why? Because you see something in yourself in Patrick Clancy. I'd also like to add that the Venn diagram of these men and MAGA is a fucking circle. Men.
Yes, we all see ourselves in Patrick Clancy because most men think logically. Most men don't want to be around a fucking woman who decides to murder her 3 kids because she had the case of the SADS. That woman could have did anything she wanted. She could have divorced him if she wanted. And guess what? She wouldn't have had to pay. You know what would have happened if he would have left her? Yeah, okay. She decided to kill those babies to hurt him. That's what it was. Because if that was the case, she would have killed herself. But she couldn't. She didn't. She didn't kill herself. She killed those babies, though. Because she probably felt like as though that's what brought him joy. Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's finally go to a woman who might be sane. I see some comments saying that this woman actually agrees with the woman, but from what I'm saying, I don't think so. Leave it in the comments if you think, and we're going to leave it at this.
A breakup has occurred due to the Lindsay Clancy trial, and we're going to discuss it. So last night, I'm scrolling, and I come across a post from Mr. Corns, and I'm going to make sure his handle on TikTok is up here. And this is what that post contained. And this is the text message from this post between his friend and his friend's now former girlfriend. The first text says, "So you're really breaking up with me over a fucking opinion." Second text, "I'm not breaking up with you over an opinion. I'm breaking up with you because that opinion showed me a fundamental difference in our values. I can have compassion for someone struggling mentally without excusing what happened to those children. If I'm choosing someone to potentially be the mother of my kids, I need to trust their judgment completely, especially when it comes to protecting them. What you said created a doubt in me that I can't ignore or gamble my future children on." Okay, time for the think piece. I do not see anything wrong with this. At all, in any way. I really don't. Okay, I think that this is the same as the fundamental differences in opinions that we've discussed with political ideologies or religion. It is perfectly fine for other people to have different opinions, different perceptions of the world, different whatever. And it is okay for you to, in response, say, "This is not what I want for my life. I'm not okay with this. And I think it's best that we part ways." Now, what I will also say is, as it relates to the Lindsay Clancy case and trial, I think that there should be an increased priority in people wanting justice to be sought out for the children. Okay, I think that it's one thing to speculate. It's another thing to bring forward what you would consider to be like an actualized truth, a fact. And that's not the same thing. It's very different to sit, speculate, wonder, ponder, versus the people who are legitimately creating and crafting their own theories, right? I hope that justice is reached for those kids who were victimized, regardless of who did it. That's the real shit. Like, I hope that whoever carried these heinous acts out receives the appropriate sentence and the appropriate penance. Okay? There is a huge, very real possibility that the other partner in this predicament does not feel that way. Now, what I'll say more than anything is that I would like to see more of you pursuing breakups when you notice a fundamental difference in values. Okay, because something that did stick out to me here, granted it's 2 text messages, is that he's not trying to convince her to change her mind. That's a big thing. He's just saying, okay, like, again, in these 2 text messages, this is a difference in our core values, and, like, therefore, this is the end of our relationship. That is perfectly fucking fine. That is so okay. I wish more of you would do this, okay? Like, it is fine to not try and change their mind. It is actually ideal to not try and change their mind and to just say, okay, this is a major difference. I cannot get over this. I am going to end this here. That is okay. Like, granted, contextually, is it about a relatively controversial, ongoing, like, current event? Yes. That doesn't change anything, though. Within, like, the core lesson here, if you notice a deep underlying difference that you cannot get over, something that is going to continue to be impactful upon you, bro, end it there. Quit wasting both of your time. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. So yeah, honestly, I'm proud of this guy. Good for you. Okay, whether or not you and I agree on, like, the situation at hand with the Lindsay Clancy trial, whether or not you and I have similar values in that way, who gives a fuck? You stood by what you believe in, and that in and of itself, perfectly fine. Perfectly the fuck fine. A breakup is a
And some women are thinking that this woman's video right here is her agreeing with the woman. Oh, man. Like I said, recreational use only. Don't have kids with them. Make sure that it's not possible to have kids with them. Take whatever precautions you got to take. Or hit me out. Take the better road. Just don't fuck with them. There are plenty of women willing to tickle your pickle if that's what the lifestyle you live that aren't batshit insane. I'll catch you guys next time.